All right, what's up, YouTube? Target individual here, Mike Moore. I don't know. We're gonna get this handler pop up in here in just a second. So, how you doing, Miss Handler? How are you today? Anyway, hey there. How you doing, Handler? Anyway, uh, I want to go in Robert Duncan's Project Soul Catcher again. All right, because this is a big role of what's going on right now. Okay, uh, and like I said in previous videos, this Satan, which is a bio weapon, they're using this on the whole world. All right, and this is just like the scriptures talked about. Satan will deceive the whole world. They're using this system, this bio on the whole world right now. All right, so I'm gonna nail that home every time. Uh, let's see. Yeah, they call these mind viruses. All right. It reads here on page 17, mind viruses cause symptoms classically recognized as mental illness. And a lot of these jokers know this too. All right. Uh, the psychological community in the last 40 years has had uh, many important positions who were CIA paid to further develop biocommunication, signal hacking technology, brainwashing, and split personalities. All right. They were able to introduce and stuff. And this is how they get better control over the target. And they do this stuff uh just like that, and they can jump into the host, which is the target, and they can manipulate them, mind control them. Anyway, it says, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it says they were able to introduce over time many new categories of psychosis that were previously extremely rare, that covered the symptoms and behavior of those who are targeted with mind viruses today and who are subject to mind hacking war games. So this is a war, but it ain't no game. You see, they the only ones playing the damn games. All right. You think the Lord finna play with these folk doing all this stuff? Nah. Let them tell it. The Lord already here. That's how they act. They act like, they act like they don't made their own God or something. I don't see no celebrating or nothing. I thought when the Lord come, it's gonna be, if He don't already came, I must have missed it. I don't see no rejoicing or nothing going on. I would picture it happiness every day. After get rid of all these evil people. So I don't see that, and all the evil people still here. So that's how we know that we ain't still in Satan's kingdom. But they try to make it like there's this living God that's already doing all this stuff to everybody right here on the planet. And it's not that. This is computerized weapon system, biocommunication weapon system. Anyhow, they got one called a Trojan horse. A Trojan horse is a piece of software that usually has a useful purpose, but contained within it there lurks malicious and subversive codes. The mode is often a password recorder and a remote monitoring and control program which opens backdoors through firewalls once they are inside. The computer is usually turned into a zombie. That's us. All right, so because your mind it's just like they put you on like a computer to interface. All right, military programs to create remote control soldiers were in fact called zombie. Uh, like a zombie I-5. But a Trojan horse is, in mind hacking terms, would be best analyzed to an infiltrated agent who is on the mind network, perhaps even unaware that they are. The agent would be able to pass all polygraphs and lie detector tests in order to further their infiltration into an organization. But at any time, their mind can be uh, uh, they can mess them up and sabotage their purpose. Basically, what it's saying, some other word. Uh, the Air Force calls this program the personal effects, whose research comes out of the Direct Energy Directorate, correctly still classified top secret. They mostly focus on perception warfare methods. All right, and anyway, so they basically want to make you out of a zombie to where they can control you and stuff like that. So this is page 19. It says weapon grade hypnosis. Weapons grade hypnosis. All right, and it reads, most researchers have not yet been able to link the details of the CIA program called RHIC, which means radio frequency hypnotic intracerebral control. And then it follows with EDOM, EDOM, electronic desolation of memory, for the development of mind hacking technologies to the hardware and software system in place. This is necessary for a hypnotic state to be induced. All right, induced in order for the target mind to accept the biocommunication signal. All right, so they're inducing this stuff. This is not normal. Okay, when you hear of induced, like an induced labor, that means to make something happen. So they inducing this stuff. This is not your, people. They want to look at it like, oh, this is how I'm always supposed to be. This is like my superpower to read people's minds and all that shit. No, they got you hooked up to a biocommunication weapon system that is all over the planet. It's not just you. It's not just black people. It's all the people, the whole planet. Okay. Uh, there's even disagreements about what the EEG patterns of someone who is hypnotized is supposed to look like. Some researchers claim it is the desynchronization of the two hemispheres of the brain. Clearly, a forced hypnotized state in a target has many benefits to creating programmed assassins and having the target mind accept subliminal or overt biological suggestions. So they forcing your brain to participate, brute force. Okay, they forcing your brain to do what they want it to do. All right, sound like somebody I know, like the devil, right? Forceful. All right, it says, but it is necessary of or a limitation of the way bio communication. Bio means two-way. So there's a receiver, and then there's the transmitter. Your head is the receiver, and the transmitter is the supercomputer, and the you know, they got the chatterbots and all that stuff hooked up. And then you have the handlers, who you can hear them speak out through the V2K to give you instructions also. But anyhow, uh, they always mess up with them. They mess up them signals. I hear them all the time. I don't think they be wanting me to hear them. Like I heard this girl say, I just asked him a question. This was in my sleep. I heard that. So I heard your ass. You feel me? And I know what question you talking about. And it's strange that I heard that out of everything. And I got EMF attack like right after that. Anyhow, uh, these people be agents on YouTube and everything. Just on YouTube, uh, coming through the targeted individual community and pretending to be uh, targets they not. Anyhow, I heard that plain as day. It's like any other type of stuff they be doing, and they don't be wanting me to hear it, but I be hearing it. Like it's this lady that's always giving out orders of when they be attacking these women. I hear this, and they be saying, "Okay, that's enough." This a woman telling the dude that's enough of attacking whoever the woman is, but that's torturing my mind because I have to listen to that. I don't want to hear that. Anyway, uh, what was I at? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it says, but it is necessary or a of limitation of the way biocommunication weapons need to work in order to play and map other brain signals to the host. So they want to put other people's brain wave signatures uh, basically to yours, link it to you. And this is why you hear negative remarks from it all the time. That's because whoever that person is that's linked to you, they negative, and because they have basically linked their self and surrendered their self to that beast system. That beast system is negative, man. I mean, and it says it's negative. It's supposed to be negative, and I've actually found that in here. And I put on the other video, but I'm gonna try to find it here once I finish up this paragraph. Uh, it says the next paragraph. It says the comparable state in the computer hacking world would be a remote control zombie. So that's what they want you to be, a remote control zombie. All right. A computer that has been zombified with a piece of a code that turned the computer into a slave anytime it wants, perhaps could be considered hypnotized. The remote control can suggest anything to the target machine. It will perform the instructions even while the legitimate user is on the machine running their software. And this is how the high man is. It's like they'll do anything that, it's like they don't have no limits. They take their instructions from, their handlers, and they do it. It's like on point, right then and there, You would think they plan that stuff out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some planning in it, but a lot of it is just on command, and they do it right then and there. Matter of fact, I'm done. I'm gonna go find that while I was talking about the well, it's talk about. I'm gonna go to this Edom. I mean, this Satan thing here, where they always is trying to take over the whole planet right now. And basically, I already have Like most of the targets, the real deal targets, we are the ones that are like defects to the system. That's why it's not nothing that you done that they try to act like, oh, it's just because what you done. No, it's because your mind is different. They trying to change your mind to how they want it, you know. And I hear this, like I've heard perps say stuff like that, like, oh, you need to make up your mind, all that. No, I like my mind to be spontaneous. You know what I mean? Because that means I'm not going with what everybody else is going with. Uh, it's like sheep, you just follow what everybody else is doing. Anyway, what was I at? I just read this on my other channel earlier today, and uh, I don't forgot where I was at, but just hold on with me 1 second. I gotta nail this one home with people because people don't really understand. Oh, this is what it was. I'm gonna read this whole thing right here. Uh, Matter of fact, let me start on this page. So this is page 26, Project Soul Catcher, right? Volume 2. All right, so I'm gonna start about halfway through. It says torture is a strange topic to understand. Trauma-based conditioning can break down the will of a human like breaking a horse. That's what they look at you like. They will break you like an animal. Uh, uh, Psychologists have stated that every traumatic event weakens the individual for similar future stress. All right. This is not always the case. The military has a program called SERE, uh, SERE. And if I said that wrong, I just spelled it for you so you can look it up in all caps. SERE, which gives operatives some experience of what torture might be like. Uh, it is supposed to harden them against torture methods. Stress conditioning techniques can be uh, both sensitive and desensitive, sensitized and desensitized the subject to stressful events such as lying or fight or flight biological responses so that they can be more logical and effective, or to be forced to tell the truth and give up their will to avoid more stress. All right. War is hell. The mind cloning army, satanic cult, truly has done a deal with the devil. The religious metaphor is exceptionally appropriate with this weapon system. The psychic warrior gives up their soul while heterodyning with the host, which is us, a target individual. You are the host. All right. The psychic warriors, like he just said, they gave up their soul. And that's what basically it is. They give up their intellect, their will, and everything to that beast system. And this is why you can actually uh, get them in your mind 24/7, 365, day and night. They always there. Even if they not really on there, you'll still hear them because it's like an infinite loop of what they had to say. All right. Uh, with the host mind as well as the uh, typically unwilling host. All right. So typically unwilling host means that it was forced on you. So you are unwilling to what's happening. All right. So they trying to make you go with the flow of what they doing to you. This was the inspiration for the title of the book, Project Soul Catcher. Their information patterns that make them more significantly altered with the combined collective hive mind configuration, with one mind trying to overpower the will of the other. Okay, one must truly hate what they are to agree to alter their soul so significantly. All right. Uh, and I'm gonna go right over here, and you got a passage down here. It says, "I have walked through the valley of the shadow of death," and this is in Psalms 23. All right, so I'm going on Satan again. Right, like I told you, I'm always gonna nail. I'm gonna nail that Satan thing home. So this Satan, the purpose of Satan, all right, S.A.T.A.N. is behavior modification to death. All right, to death. Okay, useful in silence. All right, so it's a silent kill. Plausible denial, mass murders, and eugenics. So this is designed to murder the masses. It's not just designed to kill you, the target. You just somebody who kind of, I think we just like the ones who kind of figuring it out. And we a problem to them too. Don't never think you're not a problem to them. You a problem to them because they will try to make it like, oh, we just kill them right now or something like that. No, we a problem to them. That's why we that's why they hate us so much, because it's something about us that it's we are a problem to them. I'm telling y'all, and they getting tired of it. Something that they try to make us go with the flow, and they can't get us to do so. Anyway, uh, where was I at? Oh yeah, training the target for every known detrimental behavior to shorten life is the diabolical method used for silent kills and large-scale eugenic social engineering. All right, you hear what I just said? Okay, keep that in mind. Even all survival instincts can be erased. The field of the study of death is called thanatology. Thanatologists examine all aspects of death, including biological. Now I got parentheses out to the side, and it says psychological processes. All right, it's part of ways to kill you. A psychological process, and then it's more ways to kill you right here. And we got a quotation: psychological, and then parentheses got cognitive, emotional, and behavior response. These are ways to kill you. So they can kill you through your emotions. They can kill you through your behavior response. All right, get you to go out, blow up somebody, or get you to go out and get blowed up by police, or get blowed up by somebody else. However they want to do it, right? And another way to kill you says in social, social out to the side, in parentheses, you got historical, right, and cultural and legal issues. And this is why I told y'all that in my V2K, because this V2K it has to mimic this stuff right here. So that's how I know that it's not got nothing to do with God. They just made this a weapon. It says legal issues. I always hear in my V2K, it's a guy voice. He always talking about some, yeah, I bet you go to jail. So they making plans to try to get me to go to jail through legal issues. And the other one says, yeah, pay that child support. You know, uh, even when I am paying it, it'll say, I don't care nothing about you paying your child support. So it's all negative. You know what I mean? Like it's like you doing good, it's still negative. If you're doing bad, it's super negative. All right, and it's meant to be that way. And I'm finna get to it right here when I finish it up. This is the weapon system called Satan. Uh, okay, so I said the legal issues. These are ways to kill you because it's stress. Uh, it likes to make you be a paranoid and stress you out. So legal issues are stressful, and then emotional issues. So that's another way to kill you. And when it comes to emotional, like I just said, that's what you flipping out, and they like to make put anger in you or make you sad for nothing. I mean, you can just be in the middle of having a nice day or something, and then you just get a sad feeling out of nowhere. That's how I know it's a technology, because I'm normally a happy-go-lucky type dude. So you can't. It's not a lot you can do to just make me sad, but they would try to do that. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. It says, oh yeah, in order to avoid a lawsuit, we won't name several Pentagon officials and CIA scientists that are thanatologists, with the exception of a colonel that started a division of satanic cult called the Church of Satan, whose leader was Colonel Aquino, and who later worked for the NSA. So they got niggas who who was part of who helped make division of the Church of Satan that worked for the NSA. All right, moving on. He is retired now. This why an experiment to create torturers and assassins with psychopathic behavior. And that's what this is. The people who use this stuff on us, they ain't nothing but torturers and psychopaths, assassins. They try to take you out on the low low without it being any evidence of them actually taking you out. They want to make it look like a brain aneurysm or a heart attack. Like I tell you, they be playing games with me while I'm asleep and try to make me have a heart attack in my sleep, or try to bust my head with the electromagnetic wave frequencies while I'm laying in the house or whatever, or even if I'm at work. That's why you have to stay healthy. And even with the blocking stuff, everybody keep figuring out ways to block it. They don't do nothing. That's not doing nothing but helping them better the way they attack us. Because the more we figure out how to block it, it gives them more information, because they see and know everything that we do through our eyes, and they can hear us talking on the transmitting end. So, like, I'm standing here talking to y'all, they can hear that. Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, the psychopath behavior. Death merchants and soldiers of fortune. A soldier of fortune is like a hitman. You see what I'm saying? So that's why all these gang stalkers, they be from different avenues of life. Like, you have racist people that's gang stalking. You got religious people that's gang stalking. Like, say if it's a person that don't like a black person, that's a gang stalker. They all work together. It don't matter what beliefs they got. They all work together, and the common thing that they have is that they want to torture somebody, and it's whoever that they don't like, whether it be a child molester, somebody who is a different skin color of them. It's like kind of like that movie called The Hostile. Like The Hostile, where the people just go and they get to do stuff to people, and it's all in secrecy, and then they go back home, and nobody know that they've been over there hurting them people and stuff. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just some sick ass people that want to torture people, and they got all of them got their own reasons of why they doing it, but they all under the same thing, which is demonic and evil. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, soldiers of fortune is not a new concept in warfare. A Yale professor, Dr. Milgram, conducted experiments on how normal morality of people can be subverted when authorities figure command them to do the unthinkable. One can see this in operations by the common justification of "I was just doing my job," and that's how they feel. They feel like they doing some type of good deed or something. Anyway, accompanying this technology comes many layers of indirection, a jargon and language used in CIA, DoD, satanic cult, both military based and mythological black magic based. are uh, coincided coincidence by design to mimic the occult. So all this stuff they want to mimic the occult. The occult is like I said, Aleister Crowley, all them dudes, the Freemasons and all them, they just flat out evil, and they won't come off like that. You know, they'll try to make it like they forgot, but after so many, I think once they get to like the 33rd degree or something like that, they found out that they were worshiping the devil, Lucifer. Anyhow, what was I at? Oh yeah, accompanying this technology comes with many layers. Oh, I already read that. Oh yeah, by uh, by substitution of the language of mythological for the intelligent agencies, language creates a barrier in case a leak from those who perpetrate and those that develop the technology and scripts. So this is like the other countries, like China or Europe or the UK. They got their own stuff too that they using on their people too. But this actual Satan thing is a global weapon system. It's not just the US. It was patent in the US. The US patent for this stuff was in for mind control was in 1976 by a guy named Robert G. Mullock. All right, Robert G. Mullock, and you can go and look up the U.S. patent for mind control. And like I told y'all, Alan Frey. If you look up the Alan Frey effect, Alan Frey had found out that he could hear radio wave frequencies while he was working on a radar ship, which is a Navy ship at sea. All right, and they put those two together with they got the voice of God weapon, all right, and they got the chatterbox and the U.S. patent, okay, which is the mind control, remote neural monitoring, brainwashing crap, and it's all together in one weapon system, all right, which is a biocommunication weapon system. Anyhow, uh, let's move on. Uh, what was I at? Oh yeah, satanic cults are are wait a minute. Satanic cults as a means to indoctrinate and manipulate pride in evil deeds for government objectives was created by Colonel Michael Aquino. So they want to give you pride for they want to make you feel a sense of belonging when you attach yourself to this type of mess. All right, so the game stoppers they get pride out of doing what they doing because they think they're serving some type of greater good. But as you can see, this is evil. What I'm talking about, all of it. Anyway, uh, there ain't no in between, halfway. It's all evil. It's sorcery, and this is why I say so right here. Here is a brief list and explanation for some of the verbiage used in satanic codes and the intelligence agency's equivalent. All right, so this is number one: cast a spell or a hex. All right, a hex or a spell. All right, this means to run Satan program on them. All right, this is what it say right here. A hex, it's right there. A hex or a spell runs Satan program. All right, so they know about this. A lot of these people they know about this shit, and they will put you on it. If even, I don't even think like you have to even be done did something to these people. They just evil like that. You know what I mean? Like they be looking for ways to set you up to get you on this stuff. That's why they use the mind control. All right, the mind control in the first place, it's nothing but trickery, and they remote control your thoughts and whatever it is that they want to coerce you into doing. And then once you do it, then they come in with uh, V2K accusing you day and night. You see, all day and all night. You know, even when you sleep, you getting barraged with you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. You see what I'm saying? Anyhow, you wake up, you hear the same thing. You did this, you did that, you did this. It's a way to make you go insane. But if you ignore them, it don't even really do nothing. You know, like what I found out, when you respond to them, that's when it really ramp up. It's giving them the okay to go ahead and bust you up. Like when you start responding to it and cussing them back, they start they start it's like the EMF waves just get so much. It's like they turn the power up or something. It's almost like, you know, like a volume on a stereo, and you can have it on low. But when you start responding to it, it'll turn up. You start hearing more people's voices. It's like a damn crowd of people just jump up in there, and then before you know it, your head feel like it's about to blow up. You know, so you just gotta ignore them, because if not, they just keep on going crazy on you. And I think the different response that you get, the more you respond to them, the closer they get to mapping out your brain. And once they map out your brain, they don't really need you no more. You basically turn to one of the hive minds, and you just, you know, you're a complete robot. Anyway, what was I at? Oh yeah, they talking about casting spells and putting people on Satan. Uh, it says uh, like dark cloud tactics of perceived bad luck, and the correlation matrix of detrimental behavior modifications for human survival. So they wanted you to feel like, you know, you just having bad luck, and it's just a coincidence that all these negative things keep happening to you. That's not it. And that's why I was trying to explain to you guys in some of my earlier targeting videos, why it seemed like I just kept having situations at my job. I kept getting into it with people. I kept ending up with flat tires. Uh, you know, uh, losing jobs, uh, relationship problems, and just a whole bunch of stuff. But it be because of this. It's meant to be like that, because they trying to tear you down mentally, and to make you submit to what they want, which is to basically destroy you, and just kill you pretty much. It's a slow kill. Anyhow, number two, right? Possessed with demons. And you'll get this a lot from these different like all these different biblical groups, mainly these Hebrew groups. I'm just gonna flat out say it like that. I've heard this, like even with this Satan, there's a scripture that they use for that. It's a scripture about uh, uh, the coppersmith. The coppersmith. I think it was the Apostle Paul and a coppersmith. But I think it was Apostle Paul. He said that he sent he basically put Satan on the coppersmith because the coppersmith did him wrong. And they use that scripture all the time. And I'll guarantee you they talking about this Satan right here. This this actual Satan program that's going on in the earth right now. So that's another reason why I say that this Satan and the Satan in the Bible is the same damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what Satan look like. You see, they don't told you that it's this red dude, and you know, anybody can be Satan if you ask me, as far as like a human presence, but that's his children. But the actual Satan that the Bible talking about, I believe it's this. You know, this is my belief. Nobody don't have to believe me, but like I'm saying, this weapon system right here, it has the same characteristics as the Satan in the Bible. Like I said before, it is designed and programmed to kill you in the shortest amount of time. And that's what the scriptures say in Revelations 12 and I want to say 7, maybe just read Revelation 12 and you'll come to the knowledge of what's Satan going to do in the end in Revelation, the last book of the Bible, Revelation. Okay, so it's talking about this Satan right here, and why is this Satan right here is a global weapon system, right? Global bio-communication weapon system. So when Satan was tempting Jesus, and we don't know how that was going, but we do know it's a two-way conversation, right? Because Jesus would say something to him, and then Satan would tempt him with something, and then Jesus would say this, that to him, and then Satan would come back. So that's a bio communications. So two people, it's mind, it's a mind thing first and foremost, because he was trying to play mind games with Jesus, right? That's what he was doing. But anyhow, this Satan right here, same kind of Satan, you know what I'm saying, that the scripture's talking about. That's another thing. Anyhow, so number 2, possessed with demons. So they want to make it seem like you possessed with demons. And they use the Alice and the Tammy chatterbots. Chatterbots, you know, it's just keep talking all the damn time. That's what a chatterbox is. It just keep talking, keep talking. It's to drive you crazy. And it says the chatterbox with negative vocabulary or real-time psychic warriors, as they are called, can do the trick. Demons that distract and destroy. So they want to distract you and they want to destroy you. And it's negative verbal vocabulary the whole time. Right there. Negative vocabulary. Okay? So I had never even read this. I'll just read pieces and bits of this, and every time it's like, wow, same thing. But yeah, negative vocabulary 24/7, right? So number 3, Medusa. So Medusa turned people to stone, hypnotize, and hypnosis and the army's zombies projects are the equivalent of keeping the victim in internal mental turmoil so that they can't do or think anything for themselves. All right. And this is where you get with these hive minds. They just basically do what they hear to handle and tell them to do. They just zombies. You know what I mean? They can't go against the grain. They gotta do what they tell them to do. This is a subjectively perceived mental war that can never be won or extremely debilitating fear. All right. And then sirens is number 4. Sirens lure listeners to their death. That's like I tell y'all, I hear they screaming, and then they say, well, this your sister. And then I get in my car and then I go to check to see if she's okay. This is by design. So what they want to do is they want to keep making me hear those distress signals and then get me to lure me somewhere. Okay, to lure me somewhere to perhaps to see if I will show up. All right. So they want to keep doing it. They want to keep doing that to the point to where they get me showing up to all these different scenes, and then they can get you to show up to your death, basically, get you to show up to where they do another one of those attacks on you, and you just don't make it, and it look like maybe you get in a car wreck or whatever, but they want to keep you chasing after after that white rabbit. They want you to keep chasing after it, give you those stress signals, and they'll put, you scared, you're a coward. Yeah, we killed them. you gonna do this and that to this person, do this and that, and this is all to make you mad, to get you to get out of control, and go get your gun and just be like, what it, go blow them up or whatever. This is what they want, but they know you don't know where the screaming coming from, and if it was that, it's going to be a remote location, because this is what this is called. Remote neuromonitoring means that someone at a remote location is sending a message to you. Remote means you don't really know where the hell it is, right? So you just going out there looking for a needle in a haystack, right? So that's why people end up attacking the first thing that they see around them, right? What is? Do you know where the rubber bands are? Why would I know where they is? Paige had them. They out there in the closet, most likely. But yeah, this is how they do. You know, they want to lure you somewhere, get you chasing those sirens. Anyway, it says oh yeah, the need to know the truth is the Lord. Yeah, because you want to know if they really doing something to people that you may know, and you'll try to go find out, to go and see. Like I told y'all, they would make me hear the stress messages, and they say, "Well, yeah, that's your sister." Then I jump in my car and go down there to see, and she'll be fine. I don't have to go and knock on her door, but I see her lights on in her car sitting in her parking lot, and I know that she's in there. So I don't hear no screaming over there. And she got a house full of kids. So I know if she was in there screaming, they'll be screaming too. You don't hear none of that. But this is how they do. And they'll try to say, well, it ain't that sister, it's the other sister. So they want me to drive all the way out of town to go and see about some shit when I just drove the next city over, which is like a 45-minute drive, just to go check to see if this one is okay and there's nothing wrong with them. So this is how they do. They want to keep your mind, all scrambled up and messed up and stuff. Uh, oh yeah, it says, we are here to help you. Play a similar role by CIA script. Yeah, they want to act like they here to help you, or they be trying to say, I'm trying to save your life. Like they like to play me like it's God talking to me. And they'll say, I'm trying to save your life. How the hell you trying to save my life when this right here say you trying to kill me? That's exactly what this is. This is a slow kill. So you ain't trying to save my life. The only thing that will come and tell you that they trying to save your life and they trying to kill you is Satan. You see what I'm saying? That's how Satan is. Like he told Jesus, jump off the cliff, jump off the cliff. The angels, they'll save you unless you dash your feet against the stones. It's the same thing. The same thing, man. I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing, what I noticed about it, always be a male and a female voice. All the TI say this. It's not just me saying this. All the TI say it's a male and a female that they hear in V2K, right? Most of them say that. And I thought that was strange because it's like, that's another thing that points out Satan. The world has made the Baphomet, right, or what they think Satan would be looking like. And the Satan that they made pictures with the Baphomet, this dude got some titties, and then he got a male phallus, all right? So that's female breast and male parts, okay? So this is why I say this is definitely that Satan that they've been talking about in the scripture. Though there ain't no red dude, none of that. I feel like it's just this right here, a biocommunication weapon system, and it's a global weapon system. That's you look on the news, you see all these different stories. Like I just seen this dude, man. He went to work and killed his coworker. It was in Indy, I guess Indy, Gary, India, wherever Indy is, went in there and killed his coworker, and he said he just killed him because he gave him bad vibes. But then the people who talked about the man who did the killing, they said that he was always having outbursts, like he just be saying stuff, talking to himself, and said he was kind of weird and all these different things. And then they said, well, they asked the man that he felt sorry for the killing the man. He said, I want to. Dude is a doggone target individual that man done been took over. All right, man took over, and he went and killed the person that he thought was doing something to him at his job. All right, which probably was gang stalking the boy. Even if he wasn't with V2K, you never know. It makes you think that everybody around you is doing something, and it might not even be everybody. It might just be certain ones that know what's happening to you, but they'll never say that. Anyway, number 5, psychological vampires suck the life force out of the person. This is done by indeed and a breakdown of the human spirit. Okay, so they want to do that. That's why, like I said, they give me them stress messages to make me feel like, oh, it's nothing I can do for them. It's nothing I can do. It gives you this a feeling of remorse. They want to make you feel like that. Because that's how to push you over the edge. You know what I'm saying? Uh, let's see. It is the ultimate purpose of all brainwashing and enhanced interrogation. And they be doing this to me while I'm asleep. Like they'll attack me with those sexual assault attacks. With I don't know if it's a psychic warrior that's sending it to me. Like they be doing it, and then I feel it, because it could be some gay dudes doing it, and then they'll send it to me. I don't know, but what I know is I will feel something, around my bottom area, and I'm sleeping, and it's to wake me up, and then it's like an interrogation, and then the dude is saying, "Yeah, that's what you want, ain't it?" A man saying this to me. See what I'm saying? I don't even like dudes, you feel me? But this is what I'm going through. Uh, like I said, I got, you know, multiple children, several baby moms, you know, all for the women, but that's what they doing for me. They doing that to me and a whole bunch of other people. Anyway, uh, what else? Oh yeah, enhanced interrogation. So they'll be asking me questions while I'm asleep, and I end up waking up and hearing that. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Like, how do you interrogate me while I'm asleep? Because they want to have play these mind games to get you to say stuff, and you was in an unconscious state. They got alpha, beta, theta, and delta waves when in your sleep process. So they asking you questions when you ain't even in your right mind. Feel me? But they gonna tell it like it was you in your right mind. You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. Obviously, the full list of superstitious metaphors, which is commonly used, is much more extensive, but the reader can get the gist of how the head games are played at several levels. And that's exactly what it is, mind games. Okay? Uh, then they go on to talk about these damn voodoo dolls, the voodoo doll thing that they use on us. That's when you get all those different stinging feelings in your face, all over your body, different you get all these different problems, man. But yeah, but they just they doing all kind of little stuff to us, man. You know, and like right now, I get it right now from the V2K. They saying, "Oh, we should have killed you," because they hate when I be telling these, when I be putting this stuff out. They like to have power over you. You see what I'm saying? They don't want you talking. They want you to shut up. So when you start telling it, uh, they get infuriated about that. Like they like to do a humiliation. Like I just got finished telling y'all about them doing that stuff to around my butt and all that stuff. That's a way to humiliate you, to get you to be quiet. But I know I'm a man. I know what I like, and that ain't it. But they want to hold that over your head, so that can make you be like, oh, if you don't shut up, we're gonna tell somebody. So when you tell it, that take the power away from them. You see what I'm saying? Like if you tell the stuff that they did to you when they mind controlled you, they don't have no power over you. So that's what's wrong with the actual perps and the actual agents. They can't say nothing because they feel so condemned about what they may have done or what they feel like it's they fault or whatever. So they join them, and it's like a way to uh, kind of get the steam off themselves. They'll join in and start doing it to the next person to make it seem like uh, okay, I'm with y'all, I'm with y'all. They don't care nothing about none of you. You know what I mean? It's just a whole big beast system. All everybody, even the high man, they all don't like each other. The only thing it is, they got come together to get you. That's all it is. They don't care about each other either. You see what I'm saying? But you would think, man, like the actual people in the government will be trying to get a hold of these folks. They ain't doing nothing about it. That's how I know this is the actual Satan that the scriptures talk about. Cause they letting this stuff go on, and I'm pretty sure that if they had everybody on mind control, which is possible, it's possible that they may already have most of the world on mind control. Cause I watch stuff in the media, and I can tell how they be coming off and the stuff they be saying. I'm like, man, these people in the media mind control like hell, man. Mind control like hell. Like keep on putting out this stuff about these damn monoliths and all these damn aliens and all that stuff, but then they'll go and blow up somebody that believe in 5G. It's an agenda behind this alien stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want to, it's they want you to see what they want you to see. You see, and anyhow, uh, I want to talk a little bit about these visions. They keep putting these stupid visions in my head, man. And I seen this dude in the vision. I don't know the dude. It's a black dude. He had on some glasses. I had drew it. I have to show it to y'all another time. But I can just close my eyes for like a brief second, and I be seeing people's faces. Like I seen this white girl today. Don't know her or nothing. It's a white girl with black hair, and that she had like a mole on her face. And anyway, that was strange. But I could just literally close my eyes for like a brief second, and I see these different flashes of images. So that's another reason why I know this is part of the beef system, because they want you to accept these images. Uh, Sometimes it be seeming like it's trying to help you. Like I said before, I've had visions that took me to people's houses, and then once I got there, it's like a red bird. It'll fly out, an actual red bird, not a person, a bird will fly out, and it'll land on wherever I need to be, or it's like an indicator. It's almost like Google Map, and you got the red dot thing, and it pings on where you're supposed to be at. I'll be seeing that red bird in real time, and the people around me see the damn bird too, and it'll fly out, land on wherever in a dream. I seen this place in my dream, and that bird it'll lay over, it'll fly and set wherever I'm supposed to be at, and it's gonna happen to me twice now, and I'm like, damn, I know they control the people. Can they control the birds too? You know what I mean? Like, I think they can. You know what I mean? Because I know they can control the weather with that darker. So, I mean, I've literally seen this twice. First time when I found my apartment, it was a red bird, It was in my dream though. The red bird was in my dream the first time. Okay, and then the red bird was nah, that bird ain't no drone. It's an actual red bird, like a flying red bird. It'll fly in front of my face, like it'll fly out the sky, fly in front of my face, and it land on this. The first time it landed on somebody's central air heat system, and I had just moved to the city, and I needed a place to stay, and I had a dream, man. I was staying up at MTSU College at the college dormitories, and I had the dream. It was a bird, a big red cardinal, and he was pointing to the left. So I got up, walked out the door, and went down Illumini, which is to the left of where I was at, because I was staying on Illumini and Blue Raider. So I walked out, and I just walked straight down the street down East Main, and walked into the neighborhood where I'm at now, and the doggone red bird flew out the sky and landed on the dang on the air central air heat, and I seen like in the dream it was the bird. It was a big buff red cardinal, like a big one, like he had muscles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he landed over there, okay, and it was a window in my dream, and that window is where that bird landed at. There was a central air heat unit on the outside of the window, and the bird landed right there. And when I looked over there, I said, man, that's that same window. You know what I mean? Didn't think nothing about it, you know. And then it happened again. And this time I was all the way in Nashville. And I drove from Murfreesboro to Nashville because I was having these distress messages about my sister. So I go over there to check on her to make sure she's okay. And when I get there, well, first I'm gonna tell you the dream. In the dream, I was on a roof, and there was a bunch of leaves, all right, and there was red birds fluttering around inside the leaves on top of the roof. And in my dream, I was driving a forklift, and a forklift like an industrial forklift that you use at a warehouse. And I rolled up to the leaves, and all the red birds, they started fluttering around in the leaves, and then they flew away. And then I woke up, right? This dream, to me, what I realized about it was saying that because when I went to her house, I ended up, I had been driving past her house going to work every day, and I was a forklift driver. All right, so that's where the forklift come in at, and when I was at her house, I got ready to tell her bye, right? And I finna give her a hug or whatever and tell her, I'll talk to her later. The red bird flew out the damn sky, landed on top of her roof, and started playing in the fucking leaves right there. And I'm like, mind is blown, like, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And she looking at me like, what he looking at, she was even confused by it, because it blew my mind so bad. I just stood there looking at it, and I was like, wow, that's because at that moment I knew what it was. And I said, man, that's that red bird. And I had been telling her when I was in there, I said, man, I didn't even know you stayed here. I've been driving past here. I had been driving past her house going to work, driving a forklift. And I said, I know doggone well, after I got to the house, I was like, man, I don't think they'll get on the roof and, get the images and send it to my head. And I thought about it, I said, well, maybe it's because of the satellites, and this is satellite torture that they use on us. So I said, well, maybe it's because of the satellites, and the satellites is able to bring those images from Google Map. I don't know, but it was weird, man. I mean, blew my mind. But it definitely was a, a strange event. Anyhow, man, I'm gonna get off here. I've been on here a whole hour. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Hopefully, you're not a handler. Yeah, I know they trying to treat me. It's always the case. Yeah, they gonna always try to get you fired, man. Every job you go to, if you're a target individual, that's why you gotta go the extra mile at work. And they don't care about you going the extra mile. It just that'll keep them off of you, man. You gotta see me at my jobs. Like this job I got now, I don't really do it like that because I'm a little older and my body getting worn down. But when I was back home, I didn't even know I was target. I used to be like Circus Olay, man, like the Harlem Globetrotters, man. I just be flying around doing everything, and that's the only thing that kept me there. I worked that place for like 7 years, and them people still didn't care nothing about me. That was like one of the worstest places for targeting. It's like the devil lived in that building, man. I've seen two people died in there. The damn building blew up. Top of the roof blew up off the building. Uh, Man, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff happened in there. But once I left, and they did the that first electromagnetic. Well, it really wasn't the first. It wasn't the first, but I thought it was the first until I started realizing that that's what had been happening. But it was the most severe. So I think they get worse and worse because this time they added extra stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it like uh, so much stuff happened to me in like a 2 minute time period, which wasn't true. I had cameras on my porch, and I wasn't out of view of the camera for no more than 2 minutes. And they try to make it like I had got all kind of sexual assault happen to me, uh, beat up, and all this shit in under 2 minutes. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. They try to make it seem like I had got attacked and all that stuff happened to me in 2 minutes. But see what it was is they have pre-recorded pain, pre-recorded pain from other people being attacked, and they mix it all together when they try to kill you, and they'll give it all to you. If they trying to kill you, they'll give all of it to you at once. So I got a heart attack, uh, probably all kind of shit. Like I just feel like I was on fire. But that's what made me run out the house. So I come running out the house, trying to cool off, and then that's when it just I ended up on the ground. And the time that I was unconscious, I heard myself saying some dude name. Actually, a dude that I thought I was cool with, but he was actually one of my perps. So I'm saying a dude name while they giving me a sexual attack, like a no torch torture attack that feel like somebody doing something to me, and I'm saying dude name. That's why I say I think these be yeah, they do that. I think this is why I was saying the dude name because it probably is him that attacked somebody else, and uh, they gave me the actual feeling of the attack. It's like a pre-recorded pain feeling, and they have stuff like this. They have a database, a data base where they have pre-recorded pains that they can give to a target at the click of a button. So you would think all that stuff happened to you because you unconscious. They gonna knock you out and do it. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like some of them, the less severe ones, like you may be laying in your bed, you might feel a little tingles and little stuff like that. But most of it is when you sleep. So if they want to, they're gonna knock you out and they're gonna tell your brain that all that stuff happened to you. because your eyes ain't open to see it, and even if their ears open, you is in a different state of mind, so they don't basically clock you out. They hit the clock out button on your head, and you ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? And then they put those feelings and them thoughts in there, and then snap you back to wake. It's like hypnosis. And then when they wake you back up, you think all this stuff happened to you because they put it in there, and then you feel the pain because they put that in there too. Because your brain just fires off electrons. So you thinking that somebody just came over, whooped your ass, jumped on you, and pumped you and all kind of stuff like this in under 2 minutes, and you could be 200, 300 pounds, uh, fit, muscular. I'm a big guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm 5'9", 200 pounds. You ain't gonna just run up on me and do all this to me without me putting hands to you. We gonna, it's gonna be a fight some kind of way, and all this stuff happened that quick. And I had to think about that because I don't believe it. I don't want to go hurt somebody. And I said, man, ain't no way in the hell I'll let it go back and look at the camera. I said, ain't no way. I ain't see no cars pull up, no cars leave, nothing, no door slam, nothing. It just was, I go out of the view of the camera, hit the ground, wake back up, and I feel like all this stuff happened in 2 minutes. I mean, you would have to already be a wreck and all kind of stuff to just even make that happen, from what they tried to do. But maybe it is possible. These people are psycho like that. They but I know how I came out the house. So they try to trick you with the V2K to make it seem like they just that fast, like like they just that damn fast to do all that stuff. They add too much torture into it. That's how I figured out that it was fake. I'm like, there's no way all of that shit happened to me that quick. You know what I mean? So that's why I had to calm myself down and just really. That's when I started doing research, because I was like, this is something else. It's like at first I thought it was like some demons ran up on me. And I was like, some demons just ran up on me and beat me down. Real quick, like. And that's what you would think. You would really think that because you can feel the blows and everything. They do that in my bed. I might be sitting in the bedroom, and I just wake up to like 30 to 40 to 50 punches. Like somebody just came boom, 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 boom. I'm like, damn. I get up looking around, nobody there. But this is what they do. It's like to make you feel like there's a ghost or some type of phantom or some type of alien thing or something like that. But it's all this technology, bro. They got all that stuff pre-recorded from when they may have did it to somebody for real, and they saved that to where if they can't get you outside and beat you up, then they'll run it on you in your house with the no-touch torture. So it looks like, if you try to complain about it, we ain't do nothing to you. You ain't got no bruises and nothing, because the only bruise is what's in your mind. So they just put that in your mind and made you feel like that. It really didn't even happen to you. So this is how they play. It's all like a big mind game. But anyhow, man, I've been talking long enough. I'll holler at y'all later.